So right now there's a video that I want you to watch, and it's narrated by a really beautiful voice, and it's actually Isaiah 17, which is what Donna was speaking about. If this is about what's going to actually happen to Lebanon, to Damascus in the end. It's prophesied in the Bible, and we can see events in the Middle East edging more and more towards Damascus, towards what's happening there. I mean, we know that Israel has been bombing the targets in Damascus for a long time now. Yeah. And then in Iran, there's fires that have been starting around Iran, which we are really suspicious about, but it could be Israel doing these attacks undercover in Iran, because some of these holdings have got equipment in it, or arms in them that are being destroyed right now. So something's very, very
something
interesting is going on, and we here in the West, I mean, we don't know what's going on really. We just Fox News doesn't tell you anything about anything except the political climate in this country. You're not hearing about Middle East. It's all silenced for now. Yeah. And you're not hearing much about the Middle East and what's going on. So we want to make sure that you understand what's going on in the Middle East. And it's time for us Christians to rise up, pray, and take control of our destiny, yes. Which is, there's one destiny only, and that's through Jesus Christ. So watch this video right now. It's Isaiah 17.
Isaiah 17. Proclamation against Syria and Israel. The burden against Damascus. Behold, Damascus will cease from being a city, and it will be a ruinous heap. The cities of Arar are forsaken. They will be for flocks, which lie down, and no one will make them afraid. The fortress will also cease from Ephraim, the kingdom from Damascus, the remnant of Syria. There will be as the glory of the children of Israel, says the Lord of hosts. In that day it shall come to pass that the glory of Jacob will wane, and the fatness of his flesh grow lean. It shall be as when the harvester gathers the grain, and reaps the heads with his arm. It shall be as he who gathers heads of grain in the valley of Rephaim. Yet gleaning grapes will be left in it, like the shaking of an olive tree. 2 or 3 olives at the top of the uppermost bough, 4 or 5 in its most fruitful branches, says the Lord God of Israel. In that day a man will look to his Maker, and his eyes will have respect for the Holy One of Israel. He will not look to the altars, the work of his hands. He will not respect what his fingers have made, nor the wooden images, nor the incense altars. In that day his strong cities will be a forsaken bow, and an uppermost branch, which they left because of the children of Israel. And there will be desolation, because you have forgotten the God of your salvation, and have not been mindful of the rock of your stronghold. Therefore you will plant pleasant plants, and set out foreign seedlings. In the day you will make your plant to grow, and in the morning you will make your seed to flourish. But the harvest will be a heap of ruins in the day of grief and desperate sorrow. Woe to the multitude of many people who make a noise like the roar of the seas, and to the rushing of nations, that make a rushing like the rushing of mighty waters. The nations will rush like the rushing of many waters, but God will rebuke them, and they will flee far away, and be chased like the chaff of the mountains before the wind, like the rolling thing before the whirlwind. Then, behold, at eventide, trouble, and before the morning, he is no more. This is the portion of those who plunder us, and the lot of those who rob us.